Hello and welcome to a special edition of Solent Sport News, as this week is Inclusivity and Diversity Week. I'm Barbara Russo and here are your 4 o'clock headlines. Portsmouth faced Southampton in the third round of the Women's FA Cup. This was the fourth time the two sides have faced each other since April 2022. Saints progressed with a hard-fought 2-1 victory with Gemma Purfield scoring the winner in 74th minute. The draw for the fourth round will be tomorrow morning at 9:30. Thanks, Nikita. East League and AFC Tottenham's hopes of silverware have faded after crashing out of the third round of the FA Trophy. The Spitfires lost to fellow Hampshire team Aldershot Town on penalties, with the Stags were beaten 2-0 by Horsham. The fourth round draw will be this afternoon. Continuing with the theme of diversity and inclusion for this week, the London Unity League is a LGBTQ-friendly league for teams across the capital. We sent our reporter, Barney Page, down to Hackney Marshes to find out more about one of the clubs.
This is Soho Football Club, an LGBTQ-friendly football team based in London. Currently, there are over 30 LGBTQ-friendly clubs across the country. But how and when was the club founded?
2013, we formed a 9-a-side kickabout team. Numbers grew. 2014, we then wanted to play 11-a-side, so we formed a team to play in the London Unity League.
According to the most recent census, 1.5 million people identify as LGBTQ in the UK. However, there is only one male professional footballer in this country who identifies as LGBTQ, with just 3 across the globe. The London Unity League is a Sunday league competition and acts as a safe space for those who want to play the beautiful game. English Football League sides Millwall and Charlton Athletic also have 2 sides involved in the LUL and are both funded through their club's community trusts.
It started in 2006 and it comprised of a handful of clubs at that point, all LGBTQ plus friendly clubs that had been set up around about that time, and I think it was a place for them to play their football, and that's how it started, from a few teams, and it's grown now. We have 10 teams this season.
Pride is a major part of the LGBTQ community's calendar. This year's Pride was the biggest in the history of the parade in London, with over 35,000 people marching from 600 organisations. Soho have been involved in Pride since the club was founded in 2013. Soho's co-founder explains, it is the highlight of the club's season.
Well, Pride is massive for so many reasons. So one of the main ones is actually bringing the club together, bringing the whole club together with the allies. Again, mustn't forget them. Because what you learn within the community is just how big the community is. So, you know, we're playing here and there was another 2 LGBT teams playing in the pitch behind us. Hackney Marshes is really special for that. So in the football world, we see each other a lot. We play each other every week. But when you get to London Pride, you have got the hockey people, the rollerbladers, you got all the gay sports groups, queer sports groups in London, and just meeting them and seeing and just talking to them. What do you do?
Unfortunately, there has been a rise in recent years in the number of attacks on members of the LGBTQ, with hate crimes on the basis of sexual orientation rising by a staggering 112%, according to charity Stonewall.
We're a voice just to speak about ordinary players, if you like, whoever they are playing in our teams, because I think we're a little bit unknown. People talk about, well, where are the gay footballers? Well, we're here, and I think so we're here to be a kind of a presence and a voice for that.
One thing's for certain, clubs who do great work like Soho won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Southampton's men have extended their unbeaten run to 12 games. Saturday's game against Watford ended in a 1-1 draw, with the host equalising late on. The Saints are back in action on Wednesday evening. Let's cross live to our reporter Nikita Baliani, who is at St. Mary's Stadiums for us now. Nikita. Rugby fans will be grieving today, following the death of Sid Miller. The former British and Irish Lions player and coach has died, aged 89. Miller's passing has led to many heartfelt tributes across the rugby world. Sunderland Stadiums of Light has been announced as the host ground for the Women's Rugby World Cup in 2025. World Rugby Chairman Bill Beaumont said he hopes the tournament will engage and inspire new audiences in ways that rugby events have not done before. England have already qualified, while Scotland and Wales are still fighting it out. Boxing now, and Dorset Chris Billam-Smith returned his WBO Cruiserweight title last night. He defeated Matthijs Masternak in Bournemouth. The fight ended just 2 seconds in, to the 8th round after Masternak got injured. It was Billam-Smith's first title defense, and the 33-year-old has now had 20 fights, winning 19. Sticking to boxing, and local fighter Roger Beck extended his record to 4-0 on Friday night. Beck, who fights out of pound-for-pound Palace, beat MJ Hall on points at the O2 Academy in Bournemouth. This was Beck's first fight since September. It's Inclusivity and Diversity Week here on Solent Sport News. You may have noticed how we're focusing on some other sides of sports already. Next, we're going to find out about the parasports of boccia. Peter Langton is an international player who trains in Southampton. I caught up with him earlier and began by asking him what boccia is all about. Sorry for the difficulties, we have some technical problems.
Okay, so boccia is a Paralympic sport and it is very similar to bowls. So you have 6 red, 6 blue and a jack, which is a white ball. And the aim of the game is to get your colour ball closer to the jack as close as you can.
And how did you get into boccia?
I got into boccia 15 years ago, back in 2009. I got introduced to it at secondary school in a disabled unit within the mainstream school. And I got into boccia through my old PE teachers, Miss Webb and Steve Richards. Well, Mr. Richards, but Steve. And been playing ever since.
How has playing boccia empowered you as a person with disability?
Well, the sport has done many things. A social life, first of all. If it wasn't for sport, I don't know what I'll be doing today. I definitely would have got to the point where I am now. I'm going through university with the coaching and the journalism. Sport, that wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have boccia in the first place. I did do a few other sports, but boccia was probably the main thing, and it's always been something to always improve on. No one's the finished article. You could win or lose at any point, and that's the best thing about it, is the friendships you make and the sort of development, not as an athlete, but as a person as well.
What's your favourite memory of playing boccia?
Well, I've got 2, that's all right. So one of them was actually when I was selected to be part of the Paralympics talent team back during the pandemic, actually, until I did get reclassified at the end of 21. But my favourite memory would probably be back in 2006.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Former European judo champion Gemma Howell has announced her retirement aged 33. Howell has said it's been the hardest decision of her life. She won the European Championship in Sofia in 2022. In basketball, LeBron James' son Bronny made his college basketball debut last night. The 19-year-old, who just 5 months ago suffered a cardiac arrest, played for the University of Southern California after becoming off the bench. Unfortunately, he couldn't impact the game as Long Beach State got the upper hand. His family was courtside. Thank you for joining us today. This is our last show of 2023. Hopefully, you'll come back next year for your sport headlines. I've been Barbara Lorusso, and this has been Solent Sport News.